Alright, this will be a tutorial in Unreal Engine on how to make a simple moving platform. Now this will be a relatively quick tutorial. Making platforms inside of Unreal is pretty easy. So to actually help you guys out, I'm actually going to make all this from a completely new level. There's nothing in the level as you can see here. And I'm going to show you my process on how I even start to make these things from scratch. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to go into the basics panel. I'm going to get a plane and I'm going to drag it onto my scene like so. I'm going to zero out the transforms. So location 0, x0, y0, and z0. Now I have no idea what this object is because it is really dark here. So I'm going to add a light in here. The way I do this is I'm going to go to lights and I'm going to click on directional light and I'll add in a light. Now I should be able to see my object. Okay, cool. No idea where it is yet, so I'm just going to click in this outliner. I'm going to press the F key and focus in on the object. And now I can see it. Also, basic navigation inside of Unreal, in case you don't know, is you hold down the Alt button, left click and drag rotate, right click and drag to zoom in and out, and middle mouse click and drag to pan to left or right. Pretty basic, I know, but since I'm going over everything from scratch, I may as well touch on that as well. So, that's in the center. I'm going to scale this object up to be really big. You can ignore the grid flickering because I'm going to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go add in the basic. I'm going to add in a player start and drag a player start in here. So when I press play and play the game, I have a character and he walks around. And all this cool stuff is here. Well, there's nothing here, but it's still cool. Alright, so two things. First thing is, to make this kind of platform thing work a little bit better, I'm going to actually make a little island off in the distance where we have to go to. So I'm going to create a cylinder. I will zero out all of its transformations and I'll move it way over here. There we go. Cool. Alright. So this is all pretty good right now. I have my starting platform, I have my target platform. Now before I even go into how to do any of the animations and making a platform move inside of Unreal, I want to actually address something very specific. A very big problem we have. It's pitch black. We cannot see a single thing at all. It's like Mr. Popo just gonna pop up at any moment. So to fix that, what we're gonna do, we're going to go and we're gonna go to Visual Effects and add in the atmospheric fog volume. Now this is just a basic volume I like to use just to give myself a little bit of an environment. Now with this, we have an environment and it looks cool. If you want to change where the sun is, you can adjust you could adjust the Y, but I don't know if I want to adjust the Y. But I'm gonna adjust a bunch of different values at the same time. So drag that back on. There we go. Alright, so now the sun's over in this direction, and let's raise it up a little bit. And now it's more like a sunny day. Really sunny day, but it's a nice basic starting point. So now we want to get to this platform. Now if I were to jump here, you notice I can't actually get here because, you know, it's really far away. Also, if you ever press play and you can't see where you are, just click on any object in your outliner. Press F to focus on it and you're back. Alright. So this, what I just showed you here is a very quick way that I set up scenes inside of Unreal Engine. If you like, I can make, actually tune in later, because I'm actually making a full-on gaming from scratch series where I go over how I create games completely from scratch. So it'll go over all the stuff I just went over in a more slow way, and you'll get a lot more out of it because it'll go into pretty in-depth things inside of Unreal Engine. Now, to make a platform, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of different things. First thing I'm going to add is a actual platform, a cube right here. Okay, not exactly right there, but you know, kinda right here, like this. Cool. Now, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this cube, and then I can rename it if I want to. In fact, I will rename it. I'm going to rename it, if I can do it, platform. Cool. So I know exactly what to call it and how to find it. You see this lighting needs to be rebuilt. If you click this build button, it'll build all the lighting information and bake lighting information in. You don't have to do this. It's just a thing that I normally do when I'm further down in the production pipeline. So what I'm going to do is to make animations inside of Unreal. This changed from different versions of Unreal Engine. But what we're going to do, we're going to create what is called a trying to blank right here. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Ah, that's right. Sequence. That's right. Level sequencer. So go to animation. Yep. Sorry about that. Go to animation, level sequence, click that, and I'm going to name this platform. Now, I also like to make folders to keep things organized, so I'm going to call this sequences and move that into the sequences folder. Maybe. Cool. Now double click in here, and I'm brought with this sequencer menu. Now this menu is a little bit different from the way they used to do it in like version, I think 4.14 and below. It used to be called a matinee, and they still have the matinee, the legacy option. But I actually really enjoy the sequencer because it is essentially like most timeline involving programs, like for instance in After Effects, Flash, Premiere, any of the general 3D programs. It has a sequencer in it. So to make this work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this track button right here. Maybe. Nope, I have to wait. Alright, click on this track. I'm going to click after the sequencer, and I'm going to find my actor. The reason I named my actor before was it's easier to find in this outliner here. So when I click that, I'll get this platform thing, and I'll also have this word for transform. Now if I click this arrow, you can actually see which transforms you'll be affecting. So you can affect only the location, and you can go deeper by affecting. You can affect only the location if you want to. For animation, so I click this, I'm animating only location. I can actually go deeper than that and actually only animate like an x-axis, a y-axis, or a z-axis. But I'm not going to actually do that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to animate them all at the same time. So I now want my animation to start here, and I want it to end there. So the way the sequencer works is, in order to animate inside this, what you do is you always set your start keyframe at 0. Now I'm really going at 30 frames per second, so I want this animation to last over the span of 2 seconds. So I'll go to the 60 frame mark, and you want to left click and drag to move on the timeline. 60 frames. I'm going to move this object over to this platform here. and then I will click this circle button to set the keyframe. Now when you see the red circle, that means that you have set a keyframe. I'm going to save it. Actually no, I'm going to first scrub through and play to make sure it's working. This line lets you know that the animation has worked, and it shows you the path for the animation. Thank you, computer scan. Like so. So I'm going to save this. And now, what I'm going to do is, I have my animation, but what I need to do now is I need to actually play it when I touch this box here. So, the way you make this object play when you touch the box is, you're going to go to box trigger. I'm going to make it a little bit wider. Now, what box trigger is whenever I touch this object, something's going to happen. So when my actor goes over and overlap with this object, something's going to be triggered. What I want to be triggered is I want the animation to play. To do that, I'm going to access what we call blueprints. Open my level blueprint, and I'm brought with this menu. I'll delete this stuff because I don't really want it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to with this object trigger box selected, I'm going to right click, wait for my thing to work, right click, I'm going to go to add event for trigger box, collision, on active begin overlap, which means whenever this red means that it's an event that's being triggered, and when this event is whenever the actor overlaps with this object, it'll trigger something to happen. Now what I want to trigger is I want to drag out on this white execution pan, and I'm going to just type in level sequence, and right up at cinematic you'll see create level sequence player. I'll click that. Now for level sequence, I'm going to click this, and I'm going to just click on platform. So what this did is, after you touch the object, it's going to first create a reference to the level sequence that's inside our content browser. Once this reference has been created, what you're then going to do is you're going to drag out on the white execution pan and type in play. And let's actually drag out on out actor and do play, just to make sure it's dragging the right one. Okay, yeah, I don't want that. I'll just do it this way. I'm just going to do play this way. I don't like the other way. It just did it. Okay, whatever. This is fine. I'm okay with that. So when I compile all of this, I'm gonna play the game. Touch the object, it plays the animation, so on and so forth. And then it went all the way back there. That's fun, but that's not a problem. But yeah, that's basically how you can make animations play inside of Unreal and make a platform. Now, I'll actually go over how to make that platform come back and go back and forth in another video, which will happen soon enough. And yeah, that's it. So for now, just stay tuned. Check out some more of the videos I have. I have a video on making a cinematic introduction. I have a video on triggering audio inside of Unreal. So click around, check out more videos, and I will see you all soon. Thanks, and bye.